Who told you it was too late? Too late to start over, go back to school, change your mind? Maybe if it's too late to try again. How about falling in love and probably building a business or two, becoming invisible? Was it too late to become the woman you kept imagining? Who gave you that timeline? Because many of us are living by clocks we never created. By a certain age, we thought we could, or we would have a degree, the career, the house, the relationship, money, confidence, even healing, the body and shape that we wanted, the whole plan. And then life has happened. Responsibilities happen, kiddos come around, work, career, changing shifts, heartbreak comes and goes, survival is a consistent thing, and caring for everyone else is always in between all those things. Then one day you look up and you ask yourself, did I miss it? I understand that question. I'm 50, a Black woman. I'm curvy. I work in the human service field. I'm a clinical social worker. I am studying again. I am building a brand. I am creating conversations and I'm stretching myself everywhere. And I am still learning how to be seen in new ways. I am still figuring out what was my next chapter look like. And I do not say that as though everything is easy. It is not. There are days when confidence feels very strong. I'm on 10. And when it needs a little help, a little nudge. There are days when you look at the numbers, the views, opportunities, or the progress of things, and you have to remind yourself why you started this shit. But I have learned something. Being late than your original plan does not mean you are not to be late at life. Let me say it again. Being late than your original plan does not mean that you are to be late at your life. Sometimes you are not late, you are just becoming, and you are learning what you would not tolerate anymore. You are learning what matters, how to see your voice, the difference between being needed and being valued. You can learn how much of yourself you have given away, and you're learning that achievement without peace is not same as success. Those lessons count. We have to stop talking about our life as though it is an empty space between where we were and where we want to go. The years you live giving or you gave something, they gave you a discernment. That they gave you stories, boundaries, evidence that you can survive and move importantly, and more importantly, this conversation is so needed that I'm stumbling. And more important, that you can choose differently. Now, I am not going to tell you that age does not matter at all. It does matter. Time, energy, resources matter. Our body changes, our responsibilities changes. We should be honest about those things, but honesty is not the same thing as surrendering. The question is not, am I the same woman I was at 25? Of course we're not. The question is, what can the woman I am now do with everything that she knows? That's the better question. Maybe at 25 you have more energy, but at 50 you have more clarity. Maybe at 25 or at 30, you were more willing to please people, but now you know how the experience can be. And maybe at 40, You are still trying to prove yourself, and now you are ready to choose yourself. I feel like that. Every every season gives something and asks something. So what is this season asking of you? Is it asking you to begin, finish, rest, or is it asking you to stop hiding behind preparation? This is asking to let people see the work you have already done. That one gets me because sometimes we say we are waiting until it's like a perfect moment when we are really afraid of being visible. We are afraid that people will judge it, ignore it, maybe misunderstand it, or compare it. But what if visibility is part of the assignment? What if the thing you keep calling too late is actually right on time for the woman you are now? There are people who could not receive you 10 years ago. They may not have been able to hold what you're asking for 10 years ago. You may not have had the language or even the boundaries, discipline, and the self-trust you have today. So no, I'm not going to romanticize and delay. Some things hurt. Some opportunities have passed and some choices cost us. We can tell the truth about that. And we can still say what remains possible. The question does matter because it is, because is it too late? Usually ask for permission to quit. What remains possible? Ask us to look for a door. Yes. So, yes, that's right. What remains possible actually asks us to look at or for the door. My goodness. Let me give you something practical. Think about one thing you have been calling too late and write it down. Then underneath it, I want you to write what is the smallest honest step I can take within the next week or 7 days. Not the whole plan, not the 5-year vision. One honest step. Maybe it's registering for exam or recording a video or taking that long walk or booking that trip or updating your resume, making an appointment, whatever it may be. Maybe it's telling someone you're interested. I don't know. But I want you to admit that you still want this. The last one can be powerful because sometimes the first step is allowing yourself to want something again. So I want to ask, what dream did you put on the sheet because you thought your time has passed? Whose timeline have you been using to measure your life? And what would change if you stopped asking for permission to begin? You do not have to answer all three today. No, you don't. Choose the one that will not leave you alone, though. I think you should do that. And put it in your journal. Talk about it with someone you trust. Carry it on your walk. Let it challenge you. Let it stay next to your heart. But do the assignment. And when you're ready, bring it back to the conversation if you like. Because that is not about pretending numbers, time, or growth. Does not matter. I want you to grow. I'm sure you have someone who wants you to grow. We want people to enter this conversation, and we want opportunities. We want we want our work and who we are to reach people who really need it. But we are not going to let a slow season convince us the story is over. We're going to build again, consistently, honestly, one conversation at a time. So here's a question I'm leaving you with. I know I have all these questions. It is not too late. It is not too late. um, and Game on.